again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Brown's Latest. I'm Dave Grendzynski, and this is where we get you caught up on some of the latest news and tidbits that are tied to our favorite team in the NFL. Yes, they're 1-5. Yes, we have no offense, but yes, they are still our favorite team in the NFL. Thank you to everybody who has liked our previous episodes, who has subscribed to the channel, become members of the Browns Latest Dog Pound, and to all of you who jump into the viewer comment section and make your voices heard. Without you, we couldn't do this, because it's not just me who provides my takes, it's you as well. And coming up on today's show, there's no D in Miami, both literally and figuratively. When the Browns beat the Dolphins on Sunday, it will set them up to start a run that'll get them right back in the playoff hunt. But just in case, we are going to lay out several scenarios that should get Kevin Stefanski fired immediately after Sunday's game. And then down in the viewer comments, we will complete this sentence. Can't wait to see Gabriel blank. Wonder what he said. What could he have said? I can tell you what Joe Bitonio said. Joe Bitonio said, we're not fighting. We're not arguing. It's okay. We're 1-5. It's fine. There are no internal arguments and there's no infighting. That's what Joe Bitonio says. Bubba Ventrone says that Gage Larvidan still in concussion protocol, so Isaiah Bond will return kicks on Sunday if Larvidan is not ready to go. And there's rain and wind in the forecast for Sunday. Tommy Reese, the OC, says, and he talked about Dillon Gabriel playing in the 35-mile-an-hour wind gusts. He said, you got to spin it in the wind. Dillon does that pretty well. You got to play on time, in rhythm. Well, I think you also have to do that when it's not raining, right? Isn't that the same answer you'd give if... Anyway, the other thing that's going to help them, even though it might be windy and rainy, is Miami has no defense. And I bring to you today more proof of that. We already showed you that they give up, the last 3 games, they've given up 190 yards rushing in each of those, not total, in each one of those games, 190 yards rushing. We showed you that they're last in, they're down at the bottom for passing yards allowed, and they give up 2 passing touchdowns a game as well. Here's some more proof. If the Browns cannot, and of course, not this, they'll probably use the weather as an excuse, but if they can't score on this team, it's a travesty. Take a look at this. I want you to, you can see the top, but go down about middle of the page where you see total offense. So look at the average play for Miami, the yards, 5.2. For the opponent, 6.1. Their opponents average 6 yards a play. Rushing yards, look at that. Their opponents over 1,000 total rushing yards. Miami, not so much. Look at the. I mean, the opponents are just running all over this team. Passing yards, 1403. I mean, they're dominated in every. Their defense is brutal. And here's the other thing I'm going to tell you: the Dolphins have checked out. Every story you read about the Dolphins this week, all people talk about is a fire sale and trading everybody. That's it. That's all anybody mentions when it comes to the Dolphins this week. There's no talk about, oh, they should do this against the Browns. They should do that against the Browns. It's, this is who we need to trade because this season's over. The Browns should take full advantage of this situation come Sunday. And if they don't, I mean, like I've been saying all week, Stefanski's got to go. But here's the thing. When they do beat Miami, it could start the run to the playoffs. Did he say it again? Did he say playoffs again? Yes, he did. I know you guys think I'm crazy, but this is a legitimate possibility, and the run will start on Sunday. Here, take a look. Here we go. Let's dust this off and bring it back. Remember this from preseason? It's the schedule. All right, so look down there. You see week 7, October 19th, Miami Dolphins. All right, we beat them. And then look, we have to go to New England, but their running game, in my opinion, is trash. And so with our run defense, we stuff them and make them one-dimensional. Let's go. I'll take my chances with that for sure. Originally, I thought that was going to be a tough game to win, but now their running game is not that great, New England. So here we go. But here's where it really gets fun, because you get the crummy Jets, who haven't won a game all year. You get Baltimore. Now, the problem with that game, they come here, which is nice, but Jackson could be back by then. We got to hope he's not back by then. But I think he'll be back by then. But we got to hope that he's not back by then. And then look at this. You got Las Vegas, who stinks. San Francisco, who has no defense, which is surprising to say. They give up a lot of points. Tennessee, if we get them at home and they have a rookie quarterback, I'll take my chances there. Another team with no defense, the Bears. And then you got the Bills and the Steelers and the Bengals to end the season. So by the time you get there, you could be at 500 or better by the time you get down around that Bills game. And just because of the way the schedule's setting up and playing out. And so, but this doesn't happen unless they beat the Dolphins on Sunday. And I'm telling you, if they do not beat Miami on Sunday, there's no doubt Stefanski has to go without question. But that may not be the only reason. Losing to the Dolphins is just one of the things that should get Stefanski fired immediately after Sunday's game. So I went ahead, and this is just from, us talking. And I even mentioned, I said, I need to put together a list, because to me, there are a lot of things that should get him fired if they either happen or don't happen. So here we go. Number 1 on the list, of course, if they lose to the Dolphins, that's it. It's over, done, goodbye, see ya. Never want to hear from you again. Jim Schwartz, you're our head coach. Let's go. Other reasons that should happen. Even if they beat the Dolphins and they win 9-6 or 9-3 or 6-3, if they don't score 10 points, out. Because this offense is obviously beyond catastrophe. If you can't put up more than 10 points, and I'll even go as far as say this, if you can't put up more than 20 points on the Dolphins on Sunday, this offense is complete trash. Complete and utter trash. Well, it already is. But it is the point of no return with this offense and him as offensive coordinator and head coach. Get him out of there. Let's go. I'll even say this. If the offense could only score 1 touchdown, so let's say they win 13-3, fire him. The offense is trash. This is the worst defense in the league, in my opinion. Judkins gets less than 15 carries. Fire him. Sampson gets less than 10 carries. Fire him. We have to use our 2 stud running backs. And I mean, there's some others. Those are the ones I put on the list. Maybe we get in a couple more over the weekend. But to me, he is on the thinnest line possible going into this game on Sunday. Well, so is McDaniels from Miami. But to me, even a win doesn't guarantee Stefanski will be back in the building on Monday. That's the way I see it. Now, you know what? You know where I'm going next. You know who will never get fired? The viewer comments will never get fired. I mean, come on. You know that. And we'll start today with Jim Slat, 6926, who says, fire Barry after he had the best draft in the NFL. Remember we talked about potential replacements for Andrew Barry? Now listen, I'm more fire Stefanski than I am fire Barry at this point, but there are a ton of people in the comments who say fire Barry. And so, I mean, I wouldn't totally disagree with that either. I mean, I am more fire Stefanski than I am fire Barry. But Jim Slatt says, fire Barry after he had the best draft in the NFL, then fleeced the Jags for a 2026 first rounder. 6 rookies starting and 3 others with a lot of playing time. Brilliant. If you can't see they're rebuilding, then good. You're just a podcaster. So, I'm just saying, it's not just about, yes, he had one good draft, but it's been 6 years. And the talent around those 6 rookies that we drafted is not that great. I mean, come on. It's just not a great track record for Andrew Berry. He's always the smartest guy in the room. Jason Steck, 6121. I would love to see Ozzie Newsome come back to Cleveland to be our new GM. Yeah, I don't think that'll happen, but he was so good with Baltimore. That's annoying. He should have been our GM. Snoop Patrol V. This is a very interesting one. He says, new GM, Peyton Manning. You know Haslam and his ties with Tennessee. Him and Manning are tight. Haslam is really tight with the Manning family. So Peyton Manning becoming GM of the Browns is not a crazy thought. It's not that out of the ordinary. But then this, new coach, Deion Primetime Sanders. The problem with Deion, I just don't think, with his health and the way it is, I think after this year in Colorado, it's going to be, I don't know. I hope the best for him. But, yeah, I don't know if he'd want to take on all of that with the NFL and all that. I don't know. It'd be nice to see. I was saying I wanted the package deal from, I said, give me the package deal, Shador and Deion. But Peyton Manning, GM, Muscle Man 2025. You're going to stand there and tell me you don't use Judkins in the red zone? Nope. All we got is 12-step drops with no tackles and no wide receivers. That's right, Muscle Man. And he's referencing when you're going to stand there. That's the whole Joe Dirt thing. When he's at the fireworks stand, he finds the guy who owns the fireworks stands and all he's selling is snakes and sparklers. And he says, you're going to stand there and you don't have any nipsy-doos or nipsy-dotes or with or without the scooter stick? Like, that is my favorite part of that movie. And so Muscle Man 25. Extra credit for you're going to stand there reference. I appreciate that, man. Don Hamilton, 4450, says, it shouldn't surprise you that Stefanski can't make in-game or second-half adjustments. This has been going on since he's been head coach. Yeah, 100%. I've been saying this for 6 years. I've been saying this. But my buddy, Soda Pop Dave, loves to bust my chops about it, too, because the play card just makes me nuts. And all he does is send me pictures of Stefanski with the play card. He loves to do that because he knows it grinds my gears. He's got that stupid play card in front of him, and he can't see what he's doing. Can't see the rest of the team and what's going on. Can't make adjustments because the play card's in his face all the time. And I don't know the plays he's calling. There's only got to be like 1 or 2 plays on there because we run the same thing every single time. All right. But thanks for getting me all riled up, Don Hamilton. I appreciate it. DMC 1118 says, and this is what we teased at the top. Can't wait to see Gabriel in the Cleveland weather. It's going to be interesting. I mean, played in Oregon, where I think they get some weather up there, right? But this is going to be wind and rain. But here's the thing, folks. They can't stop the run. So it's the perfect excuse to run the ball 50 freaking times and not let Gabriel do much of anything. I think they just go out there and throw the ball 12, 15 times. That's it. Just run the ball down their throat. 190 yards a game each of the last 3 games. That's what they gave up. Just run it down their throat. And we'll end it today with Bop It Z1E, who says, the guy who does the Rugiet ED pill advertisement on your ad breaks looks just like you, except he has hair. I'm like, all right, I guess I gotta find it. I don't know. I've never seen this ad during our show, but I mean, must be a good looking guy. Except for he's got hair. I used to have it. Nah, me, all my brothers, none of us. Runs in the family, folks, but that's okay. That is okay. I dance with the cards. I play with the cards I've been dealt. I dance with the one that brung. So, rub it for good luck. That's all we can say. But that's not me in the ED commercial, by the way. Not just let's make sure that's not me. Not at all. It's not me in a wig. I promise you. So, but Bop It, thank you for. That is Bop It talking about the ED. That's a whole nother thing. We'll just leave that alone. All right. Let's going to do it for today's show. Thank you so much for joining us. This is a win. I've already bet them. This is such a lock on Sunday. This is the lockiest of the locks of the year. We'll see what the prediction pen says tomorrow. But 100%, I don't care what the prediction pen says, we are beating Miami on Sunday and starting the playoff run. Let's go. Go Browns. We'll see you next time.